Welcome back to Pickleball Journey. Today we are bringing you 4 key things that every pickleball player should know.
My name's Elisha.
I'm Justin.
Let's get into it.
All right, so the first thing every pickleball player should know is to return down the line. There's several reasons for this. The first reason being that when you return down the line, your partner in doubles is going to be standing right about here.
Yeah.
And if the easier shot for them to hit that third shot drop, Elisha's over there as my opponent, it's easier to hit it cross court.
Yeah.
But with my partner standing here,
already there,
he's ready to take this out of the air. He might even be standing a little to the middle, ready to take that. So if Elisha, my opponent, pops it up just a little bit, I'm there.
Yes.
Now, typically, you want to hit it to the guy that's coming in because I might not be all the way into that kitchen line yet. But by doing that down the line, now I
got to make the tougher drop.
He's got to hit the tougher drop. Also, for more advanced players, this gives you the option, if Elisha, my opponent, hits the ball a little bit to the side here, I potentially can jump and hit an Ernie on that as well. Yeah,
for sure. And you're gonna have, obviously there's his exceptions. We got Justin, he's a little bit quicker player. So, if he's hitting that down the line, he has less time to get into the kitchen line before that ball's coming back. So kind of manage and know how quick a player you are. Maybe it's a better option to go cross court if you're a little bit slower. But in a lot of cases, if you have a decent speed and you can get up to that line decently quick, you're in a good position, you know. So know your opponent, know yourself and your speeds. And so manage your decision making on your return based off of that as well.
Well, the other exception too, and I've seen this, if your opponent is weaker, that's sitting there at the net, hit it to them. Even if you do pop it up a little bit, you're hitting it to the weaker player. I'd say that's another exception to that rule. All right, so the second thing that every player should know is in a speed up exchange, don't be afraid to take a step back. So oftentimes, we're told, stay on that kitchen line, stay on that kitchen line. And yes, that's good. You do want to do that, especially for dinks. You don't want to be stepping off the line too much when you're in these dink exchanges. But when maybe your partner is in this speed up exchange or you've popped it up to your opponent, don't be afraid to take a little step back, have a little room to give yourself more time. This allows you to either reset the ball, or if they hit it hard and high enough, you can get on offense at that point as well.
Let's clarify. Make sure that you're not moving back when you're in a dink ball. You're giving them too much room, right? But when you pop it up and they got a high ball and there's a speed up and there's an action going on, give yourself a little room to react and hit a defensive ball by backing up just a little bit with the intention to get back to the kitchen line eventually in that point. Before we get into that third tip, please make sure you smash that like button. It really helps out our channel. When we are speeding up or we're in a kind of aggressive state or even popping it up, we want to get to the shoulder of the dominant side, okay? So which would be Justin's right shoulder. So if I'm in a dink battle and I want to speed it up, or even if I'm in a speed up action, a volley to volley, okay? I want to go to that dominant side because you get locked up here very easily, okay? What's dangerous is if you push it a little too far wide, okay? We don't want to get to that forehand totally, right? So if we're going in kind of a dink battle here, okay, I'm gonna pop it, or I'm gonna speed up right to that shoulder, okay? And that way I can get maybe a pop-up, okay? Or even maybe lame a little bit more to the center.
Like that is out here just far enough where I can hit that away.
Because he can easily kind of move his shoulder over and then hit that forehand, right? But when we're speeding that ball up, make sure we're going into that, sternum a little bit more to the dominant side. So.
Well, and the reason that you target that side is because most people, they're sitting with their paddle a little bit more towards their backhand. So you're sitting there ready over here, and it's tougher to get all the way over here to block this corner. On the backhand side, you can block it easily right here. You've got all this range of motion, but again, that forehand, it's a little more challenging to block that spot.
And a little extra tip for you, if you're Justin and you're kind of trying to respond to that, make sure you're not just sitting there, right? Because if you're a sitting target, they're gonna hit that target a lot easier. So make sure you're moving your body a lot, okay? And you're kind of transitioning your weight so that they're not constantly knowing, okay, I'm just a sitting target and I can just pop it right into his chest, right?
That's good.
All right, guys, so to transition into that last thing that every pickleball player should know with kind of backing up when a speed up happens to have that reaction, when you're in that defensive mode, okay, we're looking to get back to that kitchen line. And how we do that is by hitting a good drop or reactive shot to be able to get it back into the kitchen so I can get back to the line. Now, we want to trust that, but if I hit it too high, he's gonna hit another slammer. So what I'm gonna target is I'm gonna make sure I'm going to the backhand side for that drop, okay? So that if I hit it too high, right, he's gonna slam it, but it's gonna be slower because it's his backhand side. I don't know of any player that can hit a harder backhand slam than their forehand slam. It's just natural, you have more muscle, you have more momentum, your turn is better. So make sure that, I see this even in the pros, when they're playing defense, they're always popping it up to that forehand side and they're getting slammed down again with a very high momentum ball. So when you're in that defense, when you're trying to drop it back in, go to the backhand side to be able to get it back in, just in case if you pop it too high, the slam is not gonna be as hard.
All right, we won the lotto with these sweet new lotto shoes.
For a 10% discount, go to the description, click on that Frometh link, get any pickleball gear, 10%, guys. So, second take. No. Really helps out our channel. Thank you. Yeah, whatever.